Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your favorite Fat Boy Rory coming at you with another Fat Boy Takes. First and foremost, I want to apologize to all of you because your boy has been slacking on the pod, but I'm about to get back on my pod grind. Just what's been going on with me is just like I've been working a grip, and then I've just been pushing the pod off. I've been being lazy. I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm over that shit. I'm gonna just keep grinding the pod. You know, I like doing this, so I just gonna stop being a little weenie, and I'm gonna start grinding the pod like I was. If I get fucking hits, I get hits. If I don't, I don't. This is just fun to me. It's my hobby. I'm just gonna keep at it. I'm gonna just keep doing it for fun. So basically, yeah, that's what's going on with me. I've been being lazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but I'm back, and I'm gonna try to do it weekly. I will do it weekly. I'm not gonna say I try. Fuck that. I'm gonna do it weekly. Let's fucking go. But yeah, on today's pod, I'm gonna talk about the most impressive teams in the NFL to me and the most disappointing teams to me in the NFL so far. What are we? We're like week 14? Yeah, we're week 14. Oh, the only reason I know we're in week 14 is because your boy made the fucking fantasy fucking playoffs, baby. Let's fucking go. So good luck to whoever made the fantasy football playoffs. Good luck to you. I hope your team fucking rips it this weekend. It was pretty crazy how I made the playoffs, actually, because I was going into the Monday night game, the Seahawks-Vikings game. I needed, I think, like 25 points. Yeah, I needed 25 points or 26 points. And I had 3 players left to play. I had Wilson, I had Lockett, and I had Rudolph. Peep this out, though, everybody. I had to pick up Rudolph on the waiver because I've been waiting. Evan Ingram has just been injured. And one of my boys offered to trade me Mark Andrews from the fucking Ravens. Mind you, everybody, like a lot of the pods were saying not to pick him up because, you know, he was just going to be a blocker, and the Ravens were using like all their other tight ends, and that shit ended up being dog shit. So I was wrong about not getting Andrews, but, you know, fuck it, whatever. Back to the story. So basically, I have Kyle Rudolph. I picked him up on waivers, like I think on Saturday. I forgot what day. So I pick up Kyle Rudolph on waivers. I have Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. Mind you, I'm like, you know what? And then, like, well, also Edelman balled out for me that Sunday night game. So he's the reason why I only had to get 25 points. So then I'm like, dude, I'm automatically, I'm going to make this shit. You know, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make it. I only have to get 101. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make it. Dude, at halftime, I'm not even going to joke. I was shook. I was like, holy shit. I'm not going to fucking make it. Unless Russell Wilson steps his shit up, I'm not going to make these playoffs. I'm like, shit. So basically, you know, I'm like, okay, fuck. And then Kyle Rudolph had 0 receptions, and Tyler Lockett had 0 receptions at the half. So I'm just kind of like, fuck. Whatever. I start working at 7. I clock in, and like, I go to break 2 hours after. Obviously, the game is over, and I just look at my phone, and I look at the group chat with all my friends from the fantasy, and they're just like, holy shit, GG's, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hadn't even looked at the score, right? So then I go back I check the app, and the app takes forever to load, and then I'm just like, fuck, and it was like stuck at like 96 to 101, saying I had lost. But then like when it updates, it's like, boom, Modelo time, 107, the principal, 101, and I'm just like, yo, let's fucking go. And then I go to the phone, and I see Wilson drop 16, and fucking Kyle Rudolph, fucking last minute waiver wire pickup, drop 15 points, got my ass into the motherfucking fantasy playoffs. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Mr. Kyle Rudolph. Sorry, Mr. Juan. Get fucked. But yeah, I got into the playoffs, so that's good. So yeah, now that sorry, I got a little bit off topic, you know, but I wanted to tell my story about making the playoffs. So so basically, I'm gonna go over the most impressive teams so far in the NFL and the most underperformed, the teams that are just like the most disappointing, like ugh. And then we're also gonna do NBA talk. I'm going to talk a lot about the Bucks today. I know there's a lot of Bucks fans out there, But yes, I'm gonna talk about the Bucks today. The Bucks have been rolling, so it's time to give them motherfuckers their respect. That team is like on a 14-game win streak right now. And yeah, so NBA talk, we're going to talk about the Bucks, and then we're going to talk about all the other squads, but mostly this part you'll have a nice little breakdown of the Bucks. So basically that's what is on tap for today's pod. So NFL, most impressive, most disappointing team so far until week 14, and then NBA talk. Hopefully you guys stick around. It looks like this pod's going to be a long one. I do have a lot of notes, just so you know, so this pod will be pretty long. So I suggest you grab some drinks, grab a beer, grab something, grab a snack, chill out, and enjoy. Let's get to it. All right, so let's get into the most impressive and most disappointing teams. First, let's do the impressive teams, the most impressive teams. That's just kind of how to have it lined up. So let's talk about the Ravens. The Ravens are 10-2 currently right now, heading into week 14. Basically, the way those guys are winning is Lamar Jackson is playing lights out. The defense is playing lights out. Lamar Jackson will probably be the MVP. I don't see anybody taking the MVP from Lamar Jackson unless they start losing. But I don't see the Ravens losing because I think the Ravens play Cincinnati one more time. They play the Bills. The Bills are probably the hardest team they have left to play. So the Bills are the only team that can probably hand them an L. Because I think the last 3 weeks of the season for the Ravens is pretty light. So if they don't lose to the Bills, they will go like 15-3 or 14-3 or whatever. If they don't lose to the Bills. So basically the way those guys are doing it, Lamar Jackson is balling out. Mark Ingram is having a really good year as well. So they got a run game. The run game's good. Lamar Jackson obviously doing his thing. He's passing the ball well. He's running the ball. I don't know. This dude just looks unstoppable right now. He looks fucking great. Like let's just be honest. The man looks great. He's just fucking beasting on everyone. And I didn't, to be honest, at the beginning of the season, everybody knew that Lamar Jackson was like the question mark. They were like, okay, what are they going to get from Lamar Jackson? Like, are they going to get the dude that's just trying to run all the time? Because that was his big knock. This guy's not a quarterback. All he can do is run. He's a running back. Dude, he has proved everybody wrong. I know he's up there for like most yards thrown too. So it's like obviously he proved all the haters wrong. He's doing his thing. He has his team right now with the first week bye in the playoffs. So congratulations to the Ravens. That's, to me, is probably, it's not the most impressive team to me, but it is pretty damn impressive what they are doing. And I'm going to be honest, the next team I talk about is the most impressive team to me out of all the teams I'm going to talk about. And the reason I say that, because this team went from being absolute shit to like turning it around in a year and just stomping everybody's shit out. So big ups to the 49ers and to my boy Greg. That man, I've known that man for like 2 years already, and that man has always stuck with the Niners. Even though when I would roast them when they were getting shit on, dude, he'd just be like, dude, our time's coming, bro. Our time's coming. So I'm happy for the Niners and the Niner fans that, you know, their boys are doing good. Like, man, the Niners are just killing everybody. They're able to run the ball on anybody. I have not seen anybody stop the run against the Niners. So the Niners' run game is fucking legit. So the run game is getting them their dubs. Also, Garoppolo is doing his thing. When Garoppolo has to throw, he's making the right choices. He's doing what he has to do to win. Because that's one of the things everybody keeps saying. Garoppolo's a question mark. Garoppolo's a question mark. No, he's not. The games he's had to throw, he's won. Except for like the Seahawks game, but they would have won that game if it wasn't for the rookie kicker missing the kick. But it is what it is. That's football. It happens. Shit happens. They're going to get another crack at the Seahawks. Last game of the season. But the Niners do have the hardest remaining schedule in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, they played the Ravens last week. They play the Niners this week, and I still think they got to play the Rams, I think, one more time, and they play the Seahawks, the last game of the season, at Seattle. So that schedule's pretty damn tough. We'll see how they finish the season out. And also, they're not they're not the number 1 seed anymore since the Seahawks beat the Vikings this last Monday night. They dropped to like the 5th seed, which is weird. They're literally 10-2. So basically, they went from having a first week bye to not even being able to host a home game, because the Cowboys, if the Cowboys win the division, or the Eagles, that's who they'd be facing, and those guys are going to be the ones that host the home game, which is fucking crazy to me. I don't understand that shit, but I get the whole whoever wins the division gets to host the home game. I get that, but that shit's a shitty ass rule, especially with how bad the NFC East is right now. So that's kind of shitty for the Niners. But now back on topic, the Niners to me are like the most impressive team, because literally those dudes were terrible last year. Yes, Garoppolo went down, and they were just terrible. They seemed off, but now everything's looking good. The run game's looking good. The defense is looking good. Nick Bosa's just fucking killing it. There's guys are just sacking quarterbacks left and right. The defense is legit. The run game's legit. Their cornerbacks are legit. This team is legit. Like, no more disrespecting the Niners. The Niners are here. They're arrived. These dudes are trying to get to the Super Bowl. Good luck to them against the Saints, though. It's going to be another hard-ass game for them. Like I said, these dudes have the hardest schedule left in the NFL. So good luck to the Niners. That, to me, is the most impressive team right now. So, yeah, the Niners. Impressive as shit. So good for the Niners. And now let's talk about the Packers. The Green Bay Packers. Everybody's favorite. Not my favorite team, but a lot of people love the Packers. The fucking cheeseheads. The Packers have been killing it. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is going to do his thing no matter what. We know this. The Packers defense it's not amazing. It's like middle of the pack. It's okay, but it's getting them wins enough. And then the thing that was impressive to me about the Packers was that Davante Adams went down for a couple of weeks, and they still got wins. Even though they got killed by the Niners. The Niners murdered these dudes. Like, let's just be honest. The Niners put these motherfuckers in a body bag. But since then, they bounced back. They got a win this past weekend against the Giants. So like I said, Aaron Rodgers is good, doing Aaron Rodgers things, getting them dubs. The defense is like middle of the pack. It's good enough to get them wins. They're currently have the lead in their division with their schedule. I know they play the Vikings the last game of the season. They have to play the Bears as well. So they can still lose that division or tie it. But regardless, I know they're going to host a playoff game at home if they win. And currently they are the second seed. Well, no. Yeah, the Seahawks are. Never mind. I got confused. Sorry. So the Packers are going to have to play the first round. They're not going to get a bye. But other than that, Davante, like I said, it's impressive to me that they were getting wins without Davante Adams, that they were getting fucking wins with like whatever receivers, Jimmy Graham, and the run game. So good for them. Big ups to the Packers. The next team I'm going to talk about is the Bills. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are currently 9-3. They're playing good. Their defense is legit. The defense is lights out. Like, a lot of people keep hating on them because their schedule. And I even say it too. Their schedule was literally the easiest schedule in the NFL. But those guys beat Dallas. They beat the brakes off Dallas, dude. Like, in Dallas, I know Dallas is playing bad, but Dallas is, like, the offense is a really, really good offense. You can say whatever you want. That offense puts up points, and the Bills kept them to 15 points. So this Bills D is legit. Obviously, they get a lot of good field positioning because of the defense. So the defense, obviously, the defense gets stops in good places. They get takeaways. And then, it makes it easier for Josh Allen. Josh Allen has actually been looking really, really, really good as of late. Josh Allen has been running the ball well. He's been making better decisions. That was one of the big knocks on Josh Allen last year. When he was under pressure, he would make a lot of stupid mistakes. He's been cleaning that up lately. So he's running the ball well. He's not doing those throwing those dumbass interceptions when he gets under pressure. He's either taking the sack or throwing it out. Also, the O-line has been protecting him better. So Josh Allen, he's been looking way better. That's another reason this team is 9-3. Josh Allen has been playing way better. He has more touchdowns than interceptions. Last year he had more interceptions than touchdowns. This year he has way more TDs than interceptions. So big ups to Josh Allen and that defense. Also, John Brown has been fucking killing it. And mind you, the Buffalo Bills are getting W's without a run game. They do not run the ball at all. They suck ass at running the ball, which I don't understand why it is, because David Singletary is capable of running the ball with Frank Gore. I don't know. That has to do with the coaching, because they don't run the ball much. So, but John Brown, that man has been killing it. Cole Beasley has been killing it. Both of the receivers have been playing very well. That's another reason these dudes are 9-3. John Brown. So basically, the defense: Josh Brown, Josh Allen. No, but Josh Allen, Cole Beasley. If they can get the run game going, they're going to look super scary in the playoffs, because we know that defense is legit. It's going to hold teams to... it's not going to hold teams. Well, it'll make it hard for teams to score. But we'll see how Josh Allen looks in the playoffs, because I'm pretty sure the Buffalo Bills will make the playoffs. If they get one more win, that's it. They'll get it. With everybody else losing, one more win, they should be in. I have two more teams on this list, by the way. The next team I'm going to talk about is the Vikings. The Vikings last year did not make the playoffs. They were looking kind of weak last year. Kirk Cousins was looking like shit. But now that they got a run game, Dalvin Cook has been lights out. This man has been killing everybody. It's like, good luck trying to stop me. He is currently the NFL's rushing leader. I'm pretty sure he's going to win the rushing title this year. He's just killing it. That was the problem with the Vikings last year. They had no run game, so they literally had to throw the ball the whole game. That is not the case anymore. They're a run-first team now, and then they throw the ball. So basically, Dalvin Cook is just literally, he gets to hide Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins it takes so much pressure off Kirk Cousins. That sounds so bad, and the reason I say that sounds so bad is because why do you need your running back to hide you? You're a pro. You should be able to do what you got to do. But whatever, that's besides the point. So Dalvin Cook has been killing it. Also, Kirk Cousins, I know Kirk Cousins gets a lot of shit. But Kirk Cousins, ever since he went on his podcast and he apologized to Thielen, he's been playing way better. Stephon Diggs has been playing way better as well. Yes, the thing with Diggs, he's like really inconsistent. Sometimes he'll have those games that he just absolutely goes off, and then there's those games, 1 reception, 2 receptions. Also, Kyle Rudolph has been playing way better. I think he has a touchdown in the past 4 games, so that's another thing. Kyle Rudolph has been eating without Thielen. That's another thing that's very, very impressive about the Vikings. They have been winning without their star wide receiver, Adam Thielen. I think he's been out since like week 7 or 8 or 9 or something like that, and they keep getting wins without him. So that's pretty damn impressive. Like I said, that run game is probably the best run game in the league right now. So yeah, they're just gonna get better once Thielen comes back. And the last team on this list, the most impressive. No, this is not the most impressive team to me, but this team is pretty damn impressive. For the simple fact that nobody thought that these dudes would be 10-2 right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I was like, they'll probably make the playoffs, but they'll probably get in by the skin of their teeth. Nah, dude, they have proved me wrong and a lot of other people wrong. Russell Wilson obviously is in contention for the most valuable player, and that man has been lights out, been getting these dudes dubs. Also, Chris Carson has been playing very, very well, and then DK Metcalf has proved all the haters wrong. I was a dude that said too that he could not run routes. That was his big knock when he entered the combine, like after college. And all everybody would say, what was the meme? But can he run routes? Can he run routes? That's what everybody would say about DK. That DK could not run routes. Man, this boy looking like he's been running routes for years. So big ups to DK Metcalf for proving the haters wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. That man has been balling out. So big ups to DK Metcalf. Also, Tyler Lockett he's been playing real well. He was. He just hit like a 2-game slump where he's been playing pretty bad. But before that, Tyler Lockett was lights out as well. So Lockett, Metcalf, and then they just added Josh Gordon. So we'll see how that all looks. Josh Gordon's gonna take a little bit of time to get acclimated, but I'm pretty sure once he's ready to go, this team's gonna look fucking deadly come playoff time. And also, Rashard Penny has been playing real damn good as well. Their other running back. And also the defense is like mediocre as shit. But the thing with this defense is that the defense will get the stops when they are needed. And also like with the offense can put up points. So obviously the offense is gonna put up the points. So it's like literally up to the defense. Like if the defense can get a stop, it's like, all right, dude, you got to stop. You guys got to put up points. So basically, it's like the thing that's impressive about this team is like the defense is not lights out at all. It is not like the Niners D. It is not like the fucking Ravens D or the Bills D. Like it's like it does what it has to do, and it gets the W's. So it's like whatever. Like say what you want. We can talk all this shit about the defense. But the defense comes through when they have to. And then obviously the offense is fucking great. You got Wilson, Metcalf, Lockett, Carson. He's also there. Dude, this is the thing that's crazy to me about Russell Wilson. My man literally is on his third string tight end. And his third string tight end is balling too. So that's another thing. This dude is... He's kind of doing what Tom Brady does right now, and I hate to compare him to Tom Brady, but he's making some bums look amazing. So yeah, so big ups to the Seahawks. They're 10-2. The remaining schedule is, I believe, they play the Rams this week, and then they play the Niners again. The Niners are probably their toughest matchup that they have left. So they have a really, really good shot of winning. Of going, only losing 3 games all year. So I guess we'll see how it turns out. That's pretty much the list for the most impressive teams. Hopefully you guys can agree with me. Maybe we were not going to agree, but I didn't not put the Pats here because the Pats are the defending Super Bowl champs. It'd be kind of silly of me to be talking about the Pats right now. Because the Pats are 10-2. It's like, the Pats are like, we already know what you're going to get from the Pats, So it's like, I'm not going to put them on here. It's the fucking Pats. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the impressive side. Now let's get to, alright, yo. Let's talk about these disappointing NFL teams entering Week 14. RIP. Alright, so the first team I'm going to talk about is the Chargers. The Chargers were a team that a lot of NFL analysts were picking to go... Some even picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Obviously, I can see why they picked them. Obviously, Phillip Rivers was still playing decent. Melvin Gordon played good last year. Keenan Allen had played well too. Hunter Henry, when he was on the field, he was playing good. And that defense was a good defense. So they had 2 really good safeties. They had the pass rushing. The defense was good. All right. But start of the season, Melvin Gordon holds out. That's one thing that fucked the Chargers. Another thing, Darwin James gets injured at the beginning of the season. He goes down. So they took a hit there. And then the O-line started going down. Everybody from the O-line started getting injured. So that affected the running game. Even though Austin Eckler was still doing his thing, it was just they weren't doing enough to win. And then Phillip Rivers started playing like absolute garbage. I don't know what the hell happened to Phillip Rivers, but Phillip Rivers looking more washed up than ever. My man has been an interception machine the past couple of weeks. He's a big reason they are losing. I hate to put the blame on just him, but he is definitely a big reason they are losing. Also the defense, but Phillip Rivers has a lot to do with it. Phillip Rivers has literally thrown so many picks on the final drives of the game. Like, I think the stat is they've lost the last 7 games by 7 points or less. And it's literally like, yo, if you do not throw these picks, you guys win the game. So, yeah, the last 7 games by 7 points or less. And a lot of those times they were driving and Phillip threw picks. So, yeah, that's also their record currently is 4-8. That is pretty damn disappointing. They lost a lot of games they should have won. But in order for them to turn it around, I think they need a new quarterback. That's just my take. I don't hate Phillip Rivers or nothing like that, but I've always just said that Phillip Rivers is a dude that always chokes. And he's living up to the hype. He's living up to the Phillip Rivers always chokes this year. He's proving me right. But like I said, I don't hate Phillip Rivers. Like, he's a good dude. I just wish he wouldn't be throwing all these damn picks. Sucks for the Chargers. But whatever. Hopefully they figure it out. You know, maybe they move on from Phillip Rivers in the offseason. I know he's due for an extension or something like that. Just don't extend them. This guy's got to try to get a new QB. Hopefully the defense gets healthy, and then, you know, Melvin Gordon doesn't do some clown shit. Well, I don't think Melvin Gordon was going to be there next year, to be honest. Not after holding out like that. And when Austin Eckler has clearly shown that he can play good. I think you just keep Eckler and you let Gordon walk, and then you focus on getting a good QB. I don't know if there's any good QBs out there, but they can try to get a good QB. But yeah, that's one of the teams to me that's been very, very disappointing. This team was, like I said, picked to go deep playoff run. They're obviously not going to make the playoffs this year. The defense got injured. Phillip Rivers started playing terrible. So yeah, that seems one of the more disappointing teams to me in the NFL. Now, let's talk about, this is literally the most fucking disappointing team in the fucking NFL. And if you don't agree, you're fucking full of shit. Like, let's not play ourselves. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm gonna be honest, I love these dudes, but I cannot defend this shit anymore. This team is literally the most fucking disappointing team in the NFL. Basically, these dudes this is a team that was built to win a championship. Now, the window is closing. It's time to fire. I'm going to just say it. Time to fire motherfucking Jason Garrett. It is time. That's the first thing. So the first thing is the defense has not been as good as it was last year. Last year they were piling up sacks. I know Van Der Esch has been injured, but still, what's his name got paid. Jamal got paid, and I don't know what the hell been happening since he got paid. He hasn't looked the same. So yeah, basically the defense has not looked the same. The offense has been better, but they are still losing. Like, the game they lost against the Jets, that was an unexcusable L. The defense looked like trash that game. The offense was terrible to that game. It was too late once the offense got it going. Another game, the Packers. The Packers game was another game. The Dallas Cowboys they were just disappointing that game. Dak threw 2 stupid ass picks. This team was literally picked to go to the Super Bowl. So like I said, the defense has looked terrible. Also, they're not feeding Zeke. Like the games that they should be running the ball, like the Packers game, they weren't feeding Zeke. The Buffalo game, they could have fed Zeke. They didn't feed Zeke. This past game on Thursday night, they didn't feed Zeke. It's like they're trying to have Dak Prescott throw the ball. I get it. Dak Prescott is averaging 300 yards, blah, blah, blah. Who cares if Dak Prescott is averaging 300 fucking yards a game? They're fucking losing. And Skip Bayless, can you please shut the fuck up about QBR? QBR is literally the most fucking useless fucking quarterback stat. We don't give a fuck if Dak has the number 1 QBR in the league, because him and the fucking Cowboys are sitting at 6 and fucking 7. So yeah, that's for Skip right there. QBR this, QBR that. Shut the fuck up with that shit. They're fucking losing. That's all that matters. You think people are gonna fucking remember Dak's QBR when they're losing? Fuck no. Alright, let me get back on topic. Also, that's another thing. They're also not feeding Amari. I've been noticing that they're going like less and less away from Amari. They've been trying to feed Gallup more, and it's like, why did you trade that first round pick not to feed Amari? And why did you pay Zeke not to feed Zeke? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Those are your 2 all-stars. Those are your superstars in the offense. Why are you not utilizing them? And also, I get it. The offensive coordinator is a rookie. But come on, man. You gotta use your killers, bro. Zeke and Amari are Dak's killers, dude. Those are his go-tos. And he's not going to them in these big moments. And it just doesn't make sense. So like I said, these dudes just, I think it's time to fire Jason Garrett. They don't look like they want to win. Because this, like I said, this team has decent corners. Like, that was a big question, was the corners. But the corners are playing well. They're having trouble stopping the run. It's just like, what do you do? Like, if this team makes the playoffs, they're most likely a first round exit. Unless some crazy ass turnaround happens, which I doubt. So to me, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are the most disappointing team in the NFL this year, because just like, and I know Jerry Jones feels the same way, because he's like, look at the personnel up and down the roster. Like, and the offense is ranked, well, number 1 overall, supposedly, because they have, I believe, number one passing, and then number 8 running, or something, vice versa, whatever. I'm not gonna. You guys can fucking fact check me on that, whatever. I don't fucking care. But these dudes look terrible. The team just looks terrible. This is the most disappointing team in the NFL this year, 100%. No arguing that. It's just been fucking ass. Whatever. Let's move on from them. Just tier. Good luck on the first round exit if they make the playoffs. Another team that has been super, super disappointing is the Browns. But the thing with the Browns is, it's like everybody, they bamboozled all of us, including myself. I was like, damn, dude, these dudes are loaded on offense. Njoku at tight end, Landry, Beckham, Nick Chubb. Like, that offense, there is no excuse for this team to be 5-7. Oh, never mind. Their coach is fucking terrible. Fire Kitchen's ass. He sucks as a coach. And also, they made some bad trades. The O-line is freaking terrible. And also, Baker Mayfield has looked like dog shit. So, the Browns have been super disappointing. A lot of people picked them to go to the Super Bowl as well. We should not have believed the hype. I will not believe the hype on the Browns anymore until I see them do something. Obviously, they're not going to make the playoffs this year unless they get a miracle. Because the Steelers just beat them last week. So it ain't looking like they're going to make the playoffs. Another team that's super disappointing is the Eagles. But the Eagles actually have an excuse. The Eagles corners, they were like on third string corners. Everybody was throwing on the Eagles. like everybody. So for them, their defense was injured, and Carson Wentz kind of took a step back this year. He hasn't been the old Carson Wentz of old. But who knows? Maybe they'll turn it around. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this part of the pod, because this was like kind of hard to do because I had to go through all these notes. I had to look up all this stuff. But yeah, those are the most impressive and most disappointing teams for me. And that concludes this part of the pod. Now we're going to get into the NBA talk. All right, now it's time for the best part of the pod. Just kidding. The whole pod is the best part of the pod. Just kidding. All right, so NBA talk, yo. Let's go. All right, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the Bucks. And the reason I got to talk about the Bucks is because we all been disrespecting the motherfucking Bucks. And the reason the Bucks have been getting disrespected is because the Lakers, everybody's been talking about the Lakers. The Lakers have been playing good, but their schedule was soft up until this past weekend. This past week where they beat the Jazz and Denver, which good for them. They played great. Also, round of applause. Congratulations to Melo for finding a team. Good job to Melo for landing on the Blazers. Now back to the subject. So the Bucks have been getting disrespected by everybody, and it's time that we all stop disrespecting the Bucks. The Bucks are currently on a 14-game win streak. They have beaten the Clippers twice. They fucking killed the Clippers last night. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching that game at halftime during the season game. The 15 minutes I watched of that game, the Greek Freak was just, he meant business that game. You can tell it was all business from the jump. Like, he was going off. Basically, he blew out the Bucks, not just him. They blew out the Clippers. I'm gonna be honest, Giannis is looking like the reigning MVP again. I think Giannis will probably end up getting MVP because it looks like the Bucks are gonna finish with the 1 seed. The Bucks right now just look. Right now, I gotta say right now, because we're not gonna know if they implode. But I'm just saying, the Bucks currently look fucking amazing. Let's just go over some of the teams they've beat. They beat the Jazz. They beat the Clippers twice. They've beaten the Rockets. They've beaten the Mavs. They've beaten the Raptors. These are all really, really good teams that they are beating. So far, they're killing everybody. The only teams they've lost to, I believe they lost to the Celtics. They lost to the... brain fart. So Celtics, they lost to the Heat, but then they played the Heat again and then killed the Heat. Who's the third team? I don't know. Brain fart. I don't know who the third team is. But they lost to a third team. But like I said, their wins are pretty damn impressive. Everything's working for them guys right now. Giannis just looks good. They're hitting threes. And another thing that's impressive is that they've been getting wins without their second best player, which is Middleton. Middleton was out for 3 weeks. No problem. In that span of 3 weeks, they only lost like 1 game. The Bucks are just dominating. They're scoring. I think they're like, top 5 in scoring. The defense is currently ranked number 1. So they're doing what they got to do to win. And the Greek Freak just looks amazing right now. Like, from what I saw last night, that man was balling. That man just looks so unstoppable coming down the lane. It's looking like the Bucks are the early favorite to come out of the East right now. I know it's just like been 6 weeks of the NBA of the season, but the Bucks look great. Like, they look scary as shit. Like I said, the defense is good. Obviously, they have a good coach. They're just killing it right now. And I know they just got back Middleton, so they're going to get even better. That team is honestly the early favorite right now. Also, the defense is, like I said, I already said the defense is good, but it's just scary. Like, and they're hitting the 3 ball with ease. Like, they're just killing it from 3. And it's like, shit, what do you do against that? If that keeps up, it's just like GG's Eastern Conference. But now let's talk about a little bit about more of the other teams. The Celtics currently are, I believe they're 16-5. The Celtics just destroyed the Nuggets last night. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are here. They have arrived already, but those kids' game just looks so much better this year, especially Jaylen's game. There was a lot of people criticizing Jaylen Brown's contract. Jaylen Brown's constantly shutting up the haters every game. The kid has been playing lights out. Right now, that $20 million a year contract is looking like a damn bargain. Jamal Murray got a max deal, and he looked like absolute shit last night. And Jamal Murray's a max player. Jaylen Brown got signed for like $23 million, and that kid is just destroying everybody. And also, same thing with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had a lot of haters. Oh, Jason Tatum's never going to be that dude that scores 25 points a game. That kid is currently at like 23 points a game right now. He's killing it. The thing with the Celtics that makes the Celtics so good is that it's a good luck defending the pick and roll. They can pick and roll any player that's on the court except for the center position. And the Celtics are just going to get even more scarier once Gordon Hayward comes back, because it's another player to pick and roll with. And the thing with all these dudes is they can all pass the ball. So it's like, what do you do against that? It's like, you got to watch for the pick and roll, the pick and pop. And if they take you on the pick and roll, it's you can pick, like, all those players can literally pick and roll with each other. Like Jalen can pick and roll, Jason, Kemba, Gordon. Those four players can literally all just pick and roll with each other. So that's like what makes that team so scary to me. And they're all defending, and the team is defending well. Their defense is a top 5 defense in the league. And the only issue I see with them is the bench is kind of questionable and the center position. But other than that, the Celtics look fucking amazing right now. So if you're a Celtics fan, you have a lot to be happy about, because you had all that Kyrie drama last year, taking all these unnecessary L's. This team is like completely different, and this team really, really looks like they like playing with each other. So that's something else to look forward to, because these dudes, the chemistry is there, and they're not even done building it. So that's another thing. And that's another thing about the Bucks. Their chemistry is really, really good too. So right now, the early favorites in the East to me are the Bucks and the Celtics. Like, a lot of people were picking the Sixers to come out the East because the Sixers were like, oh man, they got JoJo, they got Embiid. JoJo is Embiid, but they got Embiid, they got fucking Al Horford, they got Ben Simmons. Oh, we signed Tobias Harris. That Tobias Harris contract is looking terrible right now. They should have. It's looking like they should have just let Tobias Harris walk and sign Jimmy Butler. Obviously, something went down right there, because that nobody knows. Because Jimmy Butler, obviously, he already put it out there that something happened, but they don't want to say what. And also, Ben Simmons has not been playing that great as of late, and they're losing. And Joel Embiid has not, like, I don't know what's going on with the Sixers, but they've been losing games they should have been winning. The Sixers are kind of underachieving a bit right now, but who knows? The season is still long. So as of right now, 6 weeks, the Celtics and the Bucks look like the two best teams in the East, followed by the Raptors. Let's not leave out the Raptors. I know the Raptors, like, a lot of people disrespect the Raptors all the time, but you guys got to stop doing that. The Raptors look good. Pascal Siakam, literally, I always talk about Pascal, but it's like, how can you not talk about this guy? This is a dude that everybody was like, okay, the Raptors are done. The Raptors are done. No Kawhi, the Raptors are done. Hell no, man. Pascal Siakam been balling, and Van Vliet as well. Like, Van Vliet has stepped up his game so much. He's averaging 10 more points than last year. That dude has stepped up a lot for that team. And that team, that's like those teams that are getting, like, obviously the thing that all these teams have in common is that they all play good defense. The C's, the Bucks, the Raps, they all play good defense, and their offense is like a top 10 offense. So, to me, those are like the three best teams in the East right now, followed by the Sixers. And also, let's not sleep on the Pacers. The Pacers are finally starting to look better. Brogdon is averaging 20 points a game. I think they're going to get Oladipo back in January. So we're going to see what the Pacers got once they get Oladipo back. Yeah, so now that's pretty much it on the East side. Let's talk a little bit about the West. I got a chance to watch the Lakers play last night. The Lakers look good. But like the only concerns I have with the Lakers is Anthony Davis and LeBron literally carried the shit out of that team. And it's like, what are they going to do if they take away one of those players? Kyle Kuzma has not been looking good as of late. But then again, I understand he was injured, so we got to see. Let's give him like 10 more games before we start talking shit. But also, the Lakers' schedule was soft, but we can't say that anymore. Like, we got to stop saying that they had a soft schedule. That win in Denver was big, and then the next night, the win in Utah was big, and they blew out the Jazz. The reason I say that win in Utah was big, because it's not that Utah's been playing bad. I understand that. But it don't matter because the Lakers were playing on a back-to-back. LeBron played heavy minutes, and so did AD against Denver. And they blew the fuck out the Jazz. The Jazz looked like a fucking JV team. So good job to the Lakers. They're playing very, very well. Let's talk about the other LA team. Let's talk about the Clippers. The Clippers, to me, are very, very scary. Once Paul George and Kawhi figure it out, that team is just gonna start knocking dubs out. Their dubs are coming. They're gonna go on a big win streak once Kawhi and once PG-13 figure it out. Because that team plays solid defense, and that bench is scary as hell. Like Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams have been shutting it the hell down. Like the eye test says, the Lakers and Clippers are the two best teams in the East. Well, no, in the West. Also the Nuggets. To me, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Clippers are like the three best teams to me. It's going to be one of those three teams that comes out the West. I can't really say, like right now, the early favorite is the Lakers. But I feel like once it's all said and done, once the Clippers figure out everything, that it'll be the Clippers. The only reason I'm going to pick the Clippers is because that Clippers bench is disgusting. And yes, I know that the bench rotations get shortened in the playoffs, but if they get shortened, that means Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell get more minutes. And those guys are the dudes that have been killing it off the bench. So the Clippers look very scary. So do the Lakers. My picks for the West right now still currently is those three teams. One of those three teams is gonna come out the West. I know the Nuggets are taking L's right now, but they're gonna figure it out. That team's just too good not to. But yeah, the Lakers look fucking legit. They look scary. But like I said, my only knock on those dudes is I need to see more from Kyle Kuzma before we crown that team like, oh, this is the favorite. Because you can already see it with the Clippers. You know what they're going to be. You know once that team gets it together, it's going to be Kawhi and PG-13 and then Lou Williams and Montrezl. Like, just the Lakers bench is kind of shaky. Even though I like Rondo. Rondo had a good game last night. He made 2 back-to-back threes. It's looking like that man got a J now. So good for him. That is one of my favorite players, by the way. I will never root against that guy. That dude is a baller. But yeah. And I don't really talk about the Rockets here because the Rockets, I just feel like the Rockets are not that good. Like, yes, they're winning, but you need James Harden to drop 60 points just to win. And also, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hate watching James Harden play. Like, James Harden's game to me is not exciting one bit. I don't like to see a dude shoot 24 fucking free throws. I do not want to see a free throw contest when I watch a basketball game. So that's why I don't talk a lot about the Rockets, because I will not go out of my way to watch a Rockets game. I just do not find James Harden's style of play entertaining. I'm sorry if I sound like well, you know what? I don't give a fuck if I sound like a hater, dude. Fuck James Harden, bro. I'm not trying to watch that shit. I ain't trying to watch no 24 free throws a game. So yeah, I don't really talk about the Rockets because I don't try to watch them. But like I said, I don't know. I just don't see that team being that good. I think I still got the Nuggets over them. And I can't count out Jokic. Yes, I know Jokic is playing bad right now. Never mind. Jokic showed out last night against the Seas. Even though they took it out, he showed out. So yeah, for me right now, for the West, I got the Clippers or the Lakers coming out. Maybe the Nuggets, but I can't really say the Nuggets yet because the Nuggets need to show me more. And also a lot can change. You know, somebody can make a trade. I feel like the Nuggets need another shooter. Like, they couldn't buy a 3 last night. That shit was looking rough. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I got the Clippers or the Lakers coming out. So we'll see. I kind of want to see what the Clippers look like 15 games down the road with PG-13 and Leonard with more time under their belt to get that offense going. But yeah, clear favorite the Lakers right now. I just like how and also another thing, another knock on the Lakers. I'm still not seeing the deadly pick and roll over and over. It's like I'm seeing AD ISO a lot, and it's like, why do you have AD ISOing a lot? Just pick and roll, easy buckets. What the hell are you doing? Like, and also when they pick and roll, I've noticed they get a lot of easy lobs. Why wouldn't you just do that the whole game? Make it way easier for you. I'm still seeing a lot of LeBron ISO too. But whatever. Enough about that. I'm going to get out of here. I'm kind of tired. I had fun making the pod today. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to have Dr. Gabe on the pod very soon. He's been hella busy. Been working a lot too. He's been grinding. Also, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to do the pod more and more. Thanks for all the listeners. Thanks for fucking with the pod always. I'm gonna do a giveaway soon. I have a Jerry Buss pin that I got when I went to the Lakers Celtics game. The Celtics game the year he died. I'm going to be giving that out soon. Sorry, I got tongue twister. But yeah, we'll be giving that out soon. Follow me on Twitter and IG. The Twitter is at FatBoyTakes and the IG is FatBoyTakes. So I will be giving it out probably on Twitter. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll let you guys know when that giveaway goes live. I'll post the pin on IG. So make sure you follow the IG so you guys can see what the pin looks like. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Like I said, this was a long one. Kind of ran out of gas at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty damn tired. But yeah, thank you guys for sitting through the whole pod. Have a good night. Take care. Hope you guys drink some beers tonight and relax. Peace out, yo.